What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So you probably clicked this video because you are feeling lost too in your life. And I've been having this feeling for the past 3-4 months. And I've been in this negative pattern, this downward spiral, this negative behavior, negative habits, and I want to get out of it. And today is the day I take that step forward and actually trying to get out of it, because I've been saying that I'm going to get out of it. I've been saying that, okay, I'm going to figure where I want to go again, but I've never really taken the time to actually sit down and actually think about where I want to go. And I've done this exercise before where I've been lost before, and I kind of found the direction into where I wanted to go in my life, and I still have that vision, but it's a little different now, and I think it's about time that I kind of updated where I wanted to go. So we're going to zoom out in our life and in what we want to do, and then zoom in into the day-to-days as to what we need to do every single day, and be disciplined and consistent in doing to reach our ideal goal. So we're going to go through the whole process. I'll kind of show you how I structure it and how I go through everything. But the first step is to do a SWOT analysis. Now, what's a SWOT analysis? So SWOT analysis is you can use it in your business, you can use it in your personal life, you can use it in whatever. So it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? So we're going to use it for personal use. We're going to just look at ourselves. And by the way, you need to be able to be brutally honest with yourself. You need to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with where you're at in life. And don't worry about the position you're in right now. Just think about the things that you need to do every day for you to go to bed at night feeling like you have done everything you needed to do in the day. But for the strengths, you're basically going to just analyze what you're good at, like your strengths. Like, I don't know, you know yourself as an individual, and you know what you're good at, what you're not. If you don't, take a good look at yourself and kind of reflect as to what you need to do. For your weaknesses, obviously, what are your weaknesses in life? Your opportunities, where you want to go, how you're going to get there, things like that. And your threats, things you need to look out for. So that's the first step, right? The second step is we're going to look at our current life situation. Our current life situation, as in, what are you doing right now in your life? Every day when you wake up, what are you doing? From when you wake up to when you sleep, what is your time going to? And then we're going to compare that to the ideal life that we want to be living. So what are you doing when you're waking up to when you're sleeping in your ideal life, and where you have this, I don't know, whatever goals you have in life, you just set them out, and in that ideal life, what would you be doing every single day? And then we're gonna go deeper into it to structuring every single thing that we can do right now to get to that point. And then we're also going to take a look at the goals that we set for ourselves in the beginning of the year, because I think we tend to forget, or I tend to forget, the goals that I set for myself in the beginning of the year. And though I have them like literally here on this whiteboard, I have them there, but I haven't been reading them, and I haven't been really focused on my goals. So that's kind of the exercise that we're gonna do to gain back the control, and to gain back the momentum that we need to go into the right direction. Okay, so I've come up with the SWOT analysis of my life. And so my strengths are, I have good communication skills, I would say. I can read people, and I can identify behaviors. As in, if I spend a long enough time with you, I will be able to learn your behaviors and patterns, and just how you react to certain things and how I should approach you in certain times and certain situations. So listening and active listening, I'm hardworking when I want to be. I'm very curious. I don't care about what people say. My weaknesses would be I'm very bad at reading. That one is a weakness that I really, really have to improve. I'm lazy, to be honest. I always will always try find the easiest way out, and I can be hard on myself. Sometimes I can beat myself up for not exceeding my expectations. I am easily distracted. I'm only able to learn practically, as in, you have to show me and I have to physically be doing it in order to learn. I cannot learn from reading or from a book or from sitting in a class. I actually have to be doing it every single day repetitively to be learning. That's just, I feel like it's a weakness because it inhibits me from sitting down and actually reading and learning the type of things that I would want to be learning. Whenever I'm down, it's always hard to get back up because I revert to wrong thing to cope. So whenever I'm in like these downward spirals, or these external things that are happening in my life, whenever I these things happen, I always revert to a substance. I need to start learning how to cope without reverting to it, because, in all honesty, whenever I revert to it, it sets me back from the goals that I need to get to. So I need to let that go. Now, my opportunities, I have a job slash an internship that I'm working now. There's plenty of opportunity there. There's a lot of things that I'm learning. And I think a lot of the communication skills that I've gotten over there is from the job. And it's also from, I've also learned a lot about how people use their money and financial literacy. 'Cause I obviously work in the financial industry, so it's given me a lot of insight and a lot of perspective as to how people are spending their money. Now, in that internship, I have a lot of opportunity because I can just suggest a lot of things, put myself and try give the company as much value as possible in order to actually get a permanent job there. But if I don't get a permanent job there, I'm thinking of shifting my focus and going into the real estate industry. And I'm not going to talk too much on that, but then I also have my business apparel that I'm going to be building and I've been working on for the past, I don't know how long, but I've restarted everything and we're making slow progress, but we're making a lot of progress, and I think we'll be up and running and just doing a lot of outreach in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, opportunities, being able to get in front of the camera and record a video. The only hard thing about doing all of this is kind of actually posting it and posting it into the world to see. That's the hardest part. But being able to record and doing everything is kind of an easy process. But posting it is kind of the difficult part because you receive the criticism and all sorts of nonsense. And then I also have a networking program of my high school that I can use. I went to a very good high school, so I can use that network in building the things that I need to build. Now, my threats: number one, weed; number two, lust. I think a lot of people, it's either weed or alcohol, both, that are people, a lot of people my age are struggling with. So that's kind of my thing that I'm struggling with. And then the lust, and a lot of people my age are struggling with that too. With no experimenting, we're in the real world doing a whole bunch of things. But yeah, I feel like I need to get control of that and kind of take a step back. Just take a step back and just be alone and kind of focus on building the things that are necessary. Another threat would be relationships that serve no purpose in my life. So for the past, let's say from November last year, started around September, but let's say November last year until Feb this year, I was in a relationship, and that relationship served no purpose in my life. Like a relationship, as in a romantic relationship, it served no purpose in my life. I shouldn't have done it. I wouldn't say I regret it. I learned a lot from that relationship, but it just sometimes you see the things that the flag, I mean the signs, and you should dip out as soon as you see those signs. But as a man, you kind of get prideful and your ego gets involved, and you kind of stay longer for the wrong reasons than you shouldn't stay. So identify, even in my relationship, like a friend, I also want to have a friend that's kind of up to the mindset and the standards that I want to be on. And then another threat is irrational financial spending. Sometimes I'll just buy something because I just want to buy it. So just I have to make a purchase and it has to make sense moving forward. So I need to look out for that. People trying to steer me in a certain direction in my life. So obviously with parents, they obviously have their own views and perspective of life, and they're obviously giving you advice on how they want you to run your life. But I feel like you should just kind of take a step back and really listen to what they're saying and see if that advice or that information would help you get to where you want to go. Be careful who you take advice from. So people will, I understand that people have a lot of perspective in life and they have their own teachings in life, but also kind of be careful who you take advice from in a way where you don't want to adopt the same mindset as someone who you don't want to be like. It's essentially that. Now the next step of the exercise is to describe the type of person you are and how you see yourself in the mirror right now. Describe what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, your behaviors, your practices, and just your thoughts and mindset, and what you're struggling with, what you're not struggling with, just like a dump of everything. And then we're going to flip that, compare it to the ideal life and lifestyle that you would want to be living in, let's say for in the next 5 years, your career, everything that you want to have accomplished, everything that you still want to accomplish when you, okay, maybe at that point, those goals that you want to accomplish in the next 5 years. So that's what we're going to do now. So this is the current situation that we're in. So some of this stuff is a bit too personal, so I'm just gonna leave out, but most of the stuff you guys will get. So I'm a guy that wakes up late regularly for work. Okay, let me not explain myself, let me just read. I'm a guy that wakes up late regularly for work, who only sticks to his meditation and prayer during the week and sometimes gets lazy, who makes the same kinds of mistakes at work and takes advantage of the opportunity that has been given to me. I don't learn other skills at work, and I'm not even that consistent in my marketing. I'm constantly thinking about weed, that I'm not going to read out, and thinking about doing the next and thinking about doing the thing. And what I mean by that is thinking about the things that I need to do for apparel, but not actually sticking to them and doing them. You've made progress in the gym, but you starting to get unserious. The consistency slash frequency has gone down and you're not recording anything. How do you expect to improve when you don't have a program and recording your progress? I've been trying to build apparel for a long time, and the thing that's been holding me back is my bad habits and lack of commitment. You don't have a strong enough why in life right now. That's why you've lost the motivation of getting up every day and just being consistent and sticking to something every single day. Though I have with my job, but to be honest, I haven't performed in the way I would have liked to perform at. I've been feeling so negative about myself and just my thoughts, and all I've just been thinking about is the next hit after working, the next hit after gym, the next hit after during the weekends, the next hit. It's just all I've been thinking about recently, and it's affecting my finances so much, and it's inhibiting my growth as well. every weekend I have a phone call with a friend, but I'm constantly telling him how much I'm letting myself down and how much I'm just not reaching the goals that I set. So we have this thing where we just call it every week, and we just write the goals that we have for the week on the Sunday, and then we just we tell I tell my friend the goals that I have for the week, and we try to keep ourselves accountable to the goals that we must stick to. But it feels like recently I've just been telling him I've been failing, I've been failing, I've been failing, I've been failing. And I even tried to kind of push him away and stop this whole phone call thing because I've been just I felt no point in doing it, but it's a very, very effective thing to do with your friend. I feel lonely. I'm just staying indoors by myself. I'm basically don't have a social life. I'm not gonna say that. I don't have hobbies. I'm just very boring. I just realistically, my life recently has just been waking up, going to work, coming back, gymming, and then working on apparel on weekends. I'm either working on apparel, I'm either chilling, or I'm just doing nothing. And I want to kind of get outside more, find other things to do, and just be like outside in the world and experience new things, you know? Okay, let's say I'm regularly lustful. Relationship with my parents isn't that good. And then also, I think a lot of the traumas I've had growing up and as a child is also coming up, and also the new things that I'm seeing my parents for who they are is really kind of hard to deal with because you know how someone will always be your superhero. That one thing just that one set of information that you find out that just changes the whole perspective of that this isn't the hero that you thought this was. It's kind of like that with your parents, that you kind of see them for who they are and you see them as people that make mistakes and who are going through this journey of life as the same way that we are going through this journey of life, you know. In recent times, I've had this relationship with myself where I've been saying that I'm gonna do something, not sticking to it. I'm saying I'm gonna wake up and do this, but I don't stick to it. I say I'm gonna be a lot more organized, have a lot more structure in my life, but I don't get it done. So now that's like all the things that I've been doing in my life. You can see that I've been going through some shit, you know. So now we're gonna, on the flip side, kind of create the ideal life that we would want to be living in, you know, and just go crazy with it. Okay, so now we're gonna go through the ideal life that I would be happy living in the next, let's say, 5 years, you know. So ideally, I'd love to be waking up at 8 every morning, meditating, praying, and reading my Bible every morning. I want to start my work day from 10 until 3 every day. And on weekends, I want it to be optional if I want to work, whether I have plans or not. I want to be going to the gym a minimum of 5 times a week and weigh around 80 kgs. I want to have a lot more friends and document my life a lot more. I want to be making educational content and entertaining content, and I want to let kind of my content allow me to go outside more and just do a lot more things outside and outside my house because I feel like I'm just indoors too much recently. I want to be streaming every day, so I want to start streaming again and like recently, and I have an idea of this kind of direction I want to take it. I don't want to do like the mainstream type of streaming. I want to create or curate my own audience, the type of people I want to connect with, and kind of start networking with or start finding people who are just like me and are on the same page as me, and growing and interacting with people who are on the same journey I am. By this stage in my life, I would have gone through my working experience, which is going into also property. So I want to, if I get this permanent job, if I get this job permanently, I'm going to be working with them for around 2 to 3 years, just getting the work experience and the knowledge that I need to be able to kind of build myself in a way where I can run my own business, right? So I want to have the work experience to in order to have the experience in working for someone else, so I understand how a business is actually run. So I would have, in this stage in my life, I would have completed that. I would have gone into property and be also building a Pero at that time. Hopefully, we have a lot more clients and very profitable at the time. I want to be knowledgeable and have a lot of cool stories and experiences to tell. I want to have a good relationship with everyone, friends and family, not just my immediate family, but my all-around family. I want to have the big family trip that I've always thought about, and every month living by myself in Cape Town and making sure that I'm helping my sister with her business and everything she has going on. Being close with my siblings and making sure everyone is taken care of in my family and making sure everyone is good, having good relationship with God, being respectable, and let me put responsible there. That's important. Responsible and having positive values and a greater vision and mission in life, not just making money or getting being the richest person, but having an actual greater purpose and value in life. And I don't want to give myself 5 years to figure that out, but I think I should have a bit of a better structure as to where I want to go in life, not just chasing money, fame, or whatever I would be chasing in that time. I want to travel a lot more and obviously, like I've mentioned, go outside a lot more, be disciplined and a driven person, and also just consistent. So that's just the person who I would want to be ideally in the next 5 years, right? I want to be building my personal brand. I want to be building my business. I just want to be building my knowledge and constantly learning and evolving as a person. So I think this exercise is gonna help you guys kind of find the direction and where you want to go. I kind of feel a bit better about myself. I also want to put in here, have control of your addiction and the worldly temptations. So now from this, we have our life that we're living right now. We have our life that we would be ideally living. Now we need to go into the middle and kind of find a way to be building that life. So what do we need to do every single day to be to have the life that we want to live? So in all honesty, so this now is the routine building. So we're gonna build our routine for the week. So the routine for us for the weekdays is gonna look like this. So at 6 we're gonna wake up. From 6 to 6:30 we're gonna shower and get ready. From 6:30 to 7:15 we're gonna meditate. From 7:15 to 7 we're gonna make our bed and get dressed. From 7 until 7:15 we're gonna pack our breakfast and lunch for the day. And then from 7:15 until 5 we'll be at work. From 5 until 7 we're gonna be at gym. From 7 until 8 is dinner. From 8 until 10 we're gonna be working on a payroll or studying or something to do with our macrofinancing. Our internship stuff. It's macrofinancing things. My internship stuff, or studying anything to do with the industry that we are in apparel. Then from 10 until 10:30 we're gonna be journaling, and then from 10:30 we're gonna sleep. And then on Saturdays, this is if we have work. If we have work, we wake up at 6. From 6 to 6:30 we're showering. This is the usual routine, like the weekday. But then we're gonna be at work from 7:15 until 12. And then from 12 until 2 we're going to be at gym. From 2 until 2 it's going to be lunch. From 2 until 4 we're going to work on apparel. From 4 until 5 we're going to chill. From 5:30 until 7 we're gonna study. From 7:30 until 8 we're gonna eat dinner. Then we're gonna from 8 until 10 we're going to chill or and work on the payroll in that time frame, and then from 10 until 10 journal, then sleep. And then on Sundays, and this is what the routine is going to look like if I don't go to work on Saturdays. We're going to wake up whatever time we wake up. So I said I won't wake up past 9 o'clock because my body's already used to waking up early every single morning. So from 9, we wake up from 9 until 9:30. We're going to shower and get ready. From 9:30 until 9:15, we're going to meditate and pray. During the week I do pray, but I pray when I'm driving to work, on my way to work. I'm not listening to anything, any music or anything. I'm driving and I'm praying out loud at the same time. So I'm gonna pray also on Sundays, but not driving, just while I'm meditating. Then from 10:15 until 10, we're gonna make our bed and get dressed. Then from 10 until 10:30, have breakfast. Then we're going to have Bible studies from 10:30 until 12:30. And from 12:30 until 1, we're gonna chill, then have lunch. Then from 2 until 4, we're gonna work on apparel. Then from 4 until 5, we're gonna chill. Then from 5 until 6, we're going to study. Then from 6 until 6, we're gonna eat. Then from 6 until 8, we're gonna work on apparel. Then from 8 until 8, we're gonna plan the rest of our week and reflect on the past week and the goals that we've reached and what we need to improve on, and just get into the headspace of going into the next week. From 8 until 10, we're going to study and work on apparel, chill. Then from 8 until 10, we're going to journal, and then we're going to sleep. And I know that I said I wanted to go outside more and have a lot more hobbies, and I'm going to get into doing that. But for now, I just want to focus on building structure and having a good routine again. I want to get out of the bad habits of smoking. That's one thing I need to remove out of my routines and out of my patterns that I've been doing, and being lustful. I need to also remove that. But I'm not going to say that you must go into a strict monk mode of not doing it and cutting it all off. But for me, in my space and my situation right now, I really do need to cut it off. So I probably just need to just enter into a monk mode. But I'm not gonna do that because then I fail. Then I'm gonna be hard on myself and do all that. But I'm just going to just slow it down and just kind of ease into this routine. The whole point is to be consistent in doing this routine every single day, week after week, day after day. And so after going through the SWOT analysis, after going through the different comparisons of life, and then going down to the routine, we have to look at the goals that we set out for ourselves in the beginning of the year. I think it's good to just reflect and kind of see where your head was at in the beginning of the year and the things that you wanted to accomplish. So I'll go through mine and read through mine, the ones I wanted to reach, and hopefully we're actually still on track. So I want to have structure and stick to my routine every day. These are my personal goals. I want to control my addictions and temptations, stop going based off of what you think is good, because I tend to be emotional. I tend to convince myself that it's fine to do it, I can give in, and it's fine, oh, it doesn't matter. But then it really does matter, because it really inhibits me from becoming the person who I think I would be without it. Make as many memories as possible, focus on myself, and keep working on myself. Be my own superhero before trying to save others. Being open to learning and trying new things. Build your relationship with God. Be there for my siblings. Try your best to be the best Shandu you can be for them. Make new friends that are on the same page as you. And with this whole YouTube thing and documenting my life, I feel like I will really get to have a group of people and a network of people who are on the same page and who we can just talk and discuss life with and just, make money with potentially. And then obviously I need, okay, not obviously, but I need to read one book this year. I've never actually finished a book in my entire life, so I actually need to get that done. That's a goal of mine, to finish a book. Document my life and post. Oh, journal minimum 3 times a week. So I put 3 times a week there just for like a basis thing. Like every week I must journal just 3 times a week, but I don't even know if I've done that. I think I went a whole week one time without journaling, but it is what it is. And then on the business side, I want to have 5 active clients from the US. I want to have built a portfolio for Apero. So currently what we're working on in Apero is just the foundational things. We currently, well, I'm on 150 leads that I've generated so far. My partner's still behind a bit, but he's also going to generate 150 leads. After that, we're going to be doing cold outreach, but I need to build the website and set up the domain for the website and set up the email domain for us. Set all of that up, and then we'll be able to cold outreach soon. So the whole plan for that is to get 5 clients on free trial, and from free trial we're looking to convert them into paying clients, and we want to put them on free trial to build the portfolio and build the actual solid product that we can actually sell, and that we know the sort of results that we're providing for the businesses, and we know the type of results that we can generate for the businesses that we work with. We need to obviously register Apero and open a business bank account, and to pay taxes for the business, be more financially literate, and spend my money obviously more effectively. Have more knowledge about construction, marketing, sales, and business. Learn more about the industry in terms of my financial industry that I'm in right now, and the industry that I'm going to be working with, the niche I'll be working with which is construction businesses. I'll be more of an asset to the company that I work for. Don't just go to work, be useful at work. I'm getting paid for a reason. I'm getting paid for a job, so I need to actually every day go there and do my job and be resourceful to the company. That's my goal there. I want to have a good CV and do things that will enhance it, as in get more experience. My whole thing for when I dropped out and when I got out of school was that I was going to drop out and focus on building a business, but that just went to shit because I got a lot of freedom, and then I started doing the things that I shouldn't be doing, and I got sucked into the lifestyle of doing whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't get anywhere. Then I came across this job which got a lot more structure in my life, and this job has showed me that if I can just get a lot more experience in the real life world and in the working force, I can get enough experience and have a good understanding and a good perspective on what I would want to do in my life moving forward. So I just want to get just a whole bunch of life experience, a whole bunch of working experience, and then later on in life, I'll be able to sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to this. And then I want to get my microfinance qualification. So with this internship that I'm doing, I'm also studying at the same time, which is the microfinance qualification that I'm studying. It's a year course, so I'm almost done with that. Then I must have a minimum of saved in the bank for a trip. Holiday with my sister that I want to go to. At the end of the year, hopefully we can go on holiday. Also want to spend money wisely and track every time I spend money. So every time money comes in and comes out, I want to be tracking it every single time. So my health and fitness goals would be gym 2 times a week every week for this year. So I've already failed that one because this week I went to gym only once, so I failed that one, but we're gonna get better. So I want to eat right, eat a minimum of 2 times a day, 2 meals a day. So I say 2 meals because I can go sometimes without, we're just eating 1 meal a day, but I want to make sure that I have a minimum of 2 meals. I've recently gotten a protein shake, so I'm gonna be having that as well. follow a routine instead of freestyling my workouts, and actually document and write down the weights that I'm lifting and be more focused on that and take it more seriously. I want to call plunge sauna or whatever at the gym. I want to, at the end of the year, I want to be weighing in at 75 kgs. I am currently at 70. No, I'm lying. I'm currently at 68. Last time I checked, 68 point something. So I'm close to 70. So hopefully by the end of the year, we'll get to 75. So that's currently just my goals for the year. So that's kind of what I do when I've been feeling lost for the past, I don't know. I feel a lot better about myself and where I want to go and which direction I want to be in life. Obviously, there's a lot more that I need to go into. It's actually going every day and being consistent into this new routine and making sure that we're not giving into the temptation. So before we finish off, last thing to do is to write down the goals that we have for this week. Okay, so the goals for the week are, we're gonna be praying and meditating every day in the mornings. So every day this week, we're gonna aim to be meditating and praying every day. I'm going to try go a minimum of 5 times to the gym this week, and hopefully I will be doing the sauna and cold plunge every day as well. But that's not going to be a goal for that week. When I'm at the gym, I'll just decide if I'm doing it or not. But I'm going to want to do at least the sauna every single day. But the cold plunge, we'll see, because it's cold now. So I'm going to also want to journal every day, every single day this week. No music before 1 o'clock. Low screen time, below 3.5 hours every day. Obviously, my screen time is a lot worse on weekends and when I'm not going to work, but during the week it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes I slip up and I'm on Instagram or watching YouTube videos, but all around it's a lot better. Well, not it's a lot better. It's gotten worse over time. I want to be having Bible studies every Sunday. So, like I said, in my ideal life, I want to be reading the Bible every day, but I'm not even reading it at all. So, I just want to kind of introduce it in my routine. So, every Sunday that I'm reading it, I want to go days or at least this week with none of my vices. Now, working on my business and on my microfinance qualification, and at work being more productive at work, doing more marketing and being as productive as I can be. So that's kind of where I'm at in life right now, and I feel like I have a lot more structure and I know where I'm going and what I'm working on again. Obviously, it doesn't take like just magically, oh, I'm unlost again. I just have to go through the motions and go through the consistency on the discipline of sticking to this, and hopefully we wake up one day and we feel a lot better than we are right now. That's just the goal. So this is what I would usually do when I'm feeling lost. To be honest, this is a new system that I'm using and hopefully it works. We'll see if it works. I'll check in with you guys next week Sunday, and we'll just go over a week, and I'll kind of give you the teachings of what I've learned in the past week and what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through, and hopefully if you guys resonate, hopefully I can help you and we can just be going through this journey with one another. Hope you enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more content. Oh yeah, another goal of mine that I forgot to write down. Sorry about that. My last goal would be post a vlog and a impactful/educational video. So an impactful/educational video would be a video like this. Something where I'm kind of teaching you guys what I've learned and showing you how to do something. You know, this is me showing you how to get out of a situation when you feel lost, and hopefully the knowledge that I have I can share with you, and you can also use that and better yourself with that knowledge. I want to be a lot more purposeful with the things that I do in life. I want to have a lot more purpose and a reason as to why I'm building this personal brand of mine, and the reasoning for it I still have to figure it out, but I know what I want to do with it. And with my business, I also kind of still need to figure out the why as to why I'm doing it and why I'm doing everything that I do. Where's the final goal and everything that I want to do. But we kind of have a understanding of where we're heading and the type of ideal lifestyle that we're heading for. So that's the bright side. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.